Hi, I'm Carol Ebert from carolebert.com, and I have 30 years of experience as a wellness specialist, 10 years experience as a wellness coach, helping people change their lives for the better. And what we're going to talk about today is the idea of whether you need a coach or not. What I've been giving you is opportunities to coach yourself, and hopefully you've had very good luck with the worksheets that I've been giving you to work on, and that you're making progress, and that's what we want. Wonderful. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, well, I wonder if I need more than just me doing it myself without any guidance. Well, and I'd like to share with you my feeling about that. Because I went through that same situation where I was trying to do everything myself, move forward with my next part of my life, and yet I was trying to do it myself, didn't know what I was doing, and I really was stumbling around. And it didn't feel good, and I was miserable, and I didn't know where I was heading. So, as I said, I had the opportunity to be coached through that phase where you do come to that lost zone. And it made all the difference, and it went pretty fast. I was able to shift rather rapidly into what was going to be next for me. And I attribute all of that to having a coach by my side. So this is where you want to think for yourself. Do I need a coach? Would it be a good idea here? So think about, are you feeling that way where you're lost, you don't know what's going on, you wish you had a plan, I know I have more to give in my life, but I just don't know what is next, and it's confusing, and it's just kind of a blank slate, like where do I go next? That might indicate that you would benefit from having a coach. The other thing that's really important here is to decide, what do I want to do about that? Am I willing to look at having my own coach? And so you want to look around, and you want to look at websites and see who's doing coaching out there for wellness, and find out if you can find a match. Somebody that you resonate with, that feels like, yeah, we could work together, I like her or him. So you want to do some research like that. And you also want to think about, how am I going to be being coached? Because I also know about you that you've been in charge of a lot of things over the years, and you don't like being told what to do. Well, the good news is coaches don't tell you what to do. That is the beauty of coaching. Coaches, and I'll give you an example of what it's like, what a coaching session might look like, is that you are there presenting your agenda, and the coach is your support person. So you decide where you're going, but sometimes in the process of trying to figure out that direction that you're going, the coach is going to give you real nice questions that cause you to really think and maybe go deep and figure out, oh yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So the job of the coach, and that would be me, is asking questions and letting you come up with the answers, and kind of just talking about what's going on for you. And also, as a coach, I will note things that seem to excite you, and I might point that out. I say, well, maybe that's something have you thought about, because I saw that you were getting excited when you talked about that. So literally, as a coach in the relationship with someone I'm coaching, I am not telling you what to do. And that is the main point here. If you feel like you have found a coach, but they seem to be telling you what to do, giving you directions, pushing, that is not a good coach for you. And that's my feeling about coaching, is that we are not here to tell you what to do. We are here for you to come up with your plan, and then we're here to support you with the plan, to challenge you when sometimes you don't follow through, or maybe you do, and then cheer you on. But it's a partnership, and I'm a guide. And so I love that model of communication because it makes more sense. It puts you in the driver's seat and you feel empowered. And believe me, you know that when you're told what to do, you don't want to do it. I know that. I feel that way. Your hair stands up on your back. I'm not going to do that. But if someone said what would work for you, then you're able to bring forward what is the thing that will work for you the best. So we're all about trying to bring the best out of you and getting you on the road to success. So I just love that model of communication called coaching. So that's what it would look like if you were to hire your own coach. You would at least have, and I'll tell you what, you also get a lot more momentum than you would when you're trying to do things on your own, because you're reporting back to someone every week. And I typically will have someone be with me for 12 weeks because over that period of time, a lot can happen and you could really make some progress with your life. So that's how it kind of looks like, what coaching looks like. And then the third thing that I would think about that might be useful for you when you're on your search is to decide what kind of a match do you have with this person that you choose to be with as a coach. So you want to think about these things. And I have these 10 things that I always like to share with people when they're looking for their own coach. And number one is, do you trust the person? So trust. Do you like the person? We gotta like them, don't we? Does the person have a credible background? And for a wellness change that you would like to make in your life, I think having a person who has a health background or a wellness background is key to that. And I say that only because I, as a wellness coach and a background with nursing and lots of years working in wellness, I know what you're experiencing or want to experience. I'm not telling you anything, but I feel what you're going through. So that makes me a very credible person to be a wellness coach. Also, is the person certified as a coach? Have they been through training? Really key to have them trained in the skill of coaching, or how can they be a coach? And I think a lot of people go out there and they call themselves a coach, but they really have never had this communication style. They haven't learned that style, okay? Have they had experience coaching? Have they actually got clients that they've worked with, and maybe even can give you some testimonials without, bridging any kind of confidentiality. We never want to share names of people that we have coached. We just don't do that. Does this person energize and challenge you in a session? I'll admit, I have high energy and I like to enjoy a session and enjoy my clients. And having a positive energy base sometimes spills over and helps the client kind of feel what positivity is like when they're wrestling with that issue. So is that person energizing and challenging for you? Does the person guide you into what is your value and what is your desire and what is your future, so that you aren't feeling, again, the pressure of someone else's agenda being placed on you? Does the person ask great questions? Have you ever been asked a question where you had to stop in your tracks and think? Those are great questions, because that's what we want you to do, is process and come up with a solution that might be buried down here and now it's going to come forward. So great questions, wonderful. And the person, is he or she fun to work with? Come on. You want to have a good time. That's what life's all about. It shouldn't be, and keep in mind, I do have to clarify that we are not counselors and we're not therapists. That's not our domain of work. That's not our scope of practice. And so that in that scope of practice, yes, you may get down with some issues that are from the past and that you need to wrestle with, but that is not where we are with coaching. With coaching, we are getting you started from a point where you are now and moving you forward to some future spot where you want to be. It's all about manifesting things that will get you toward your goals. And then finally, is that coach the kind of person that cheers you on as a great cheerleader? Because you know what's going to happen is you're going to change as you go along when you're coaching with someone. And they're there to celebrate those successes with you and just keep you motivated, because otherwise sometimes we make progress and we never even notice, but your coach will notice. And we never celebrate it because, who would want to know that I made that little baby step? We notice, we want to celebrate that with you. So know that these are ways that you can decide, is this person going to work for me as my wellness coach? I hope this gives you a nice picture of what coaching is all about and what a good coach looks like. And if this is something that you're interested in with me, I would love to support you in that effort. You can again find me at carolebert.com or email me. I would love to be your wellness coach. So thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the series, and hopefully we will connect again. Thanks.